2 years.
Whose birthday is it?
I don't know.
She don't know.
While we was at Taco Tuesday last week, and my mother walked in, and we yelled "Happy Birthday!"
And the white people was like, "Happy birthday!"
What was her response?
My mama went with the shit. She started laughing.
She said, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you."
Her mama's birthday in January.
I mean,
it was funny.
Was it?
Yeah, and that day when show came in there, I said, "Hi, bitch," real loud, and the people looked at me.
They said they were perturbed.
We gotta do our little fake fight one time when she coming in.
Oh, that was funny.
And see how people react.
I sent y'all something that I wanted to
Y'all
talk
keep
about
scaring
on
the white people
on the podcast. Oh, now I remember.
Oh shit.
So, Ron, Aaron, I don't think you've heard of him, but have you heard of an American author by the name of Quan Millz?
Oh shit.
Millz with the Z.
Oh Lord have mercy.
No.
I just want you to know that audio got posted in a Tubi group I'm in on Facebook. Yes, they said, "Who's making this into a movie?"
Wait a minute. What done happened
I
here?
joined the damn Tubi group to find decent Tubi movies to watch because there be some bull and some shit.
But it be some good movies on TV though.
It is. They hit and miss because they hype a lot of shit up that is not good movies.
So Quan Millz is an African American author.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's in, I guess, what would be considered the urban lit genre of book writing.
Hood books.
Okay.
Hood lit. We call it.
We like them.
Nigga books. Mm-hmm. And
I ain't want to say it. Oh my God, Brittany!
You said it.
But you were thinking it. But you said it.
So you want to hear some of these titles of these very spirited books?
I think we did this on the previous episode, but Ron and Aaron weren't here. So
go ahead.
proceed.
I'm listening.
Here's one.
Okay.
This hoe got roaches in her crib. An urban satire. Mm-hmm. My baby mama is a loser. Old thought next door with thought in all caps.
Is that the one that they just?
That
did
was the one we heard.
Audible
It was on
for?
Audible.
Baby, if y'all can hear this Audible, that's somebody granny.
Pastors eat pussy too.
Whoa.
Pussy.
Spelled P-W-U-S-S-Y. Pussy.
Pussy.
Like plies. Pussy.
Oh.
Taxis and thoughts. This nigga got a small dick.
Joke's on you.
The coldest thug ever. A Thug's Rise. The prequel.
So is there more than one book to this?
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. But
the prequel.
bye, yo.
It's more than one book, so you had the time.
That
to
nigga
get
said the prequel.
The prequel. My Psycho Baby Daddy.
Okay, actually,
Killed
I
by
can see that
my
one.
killed by my wife's side nigga.
Killed by my wife's side, nigga.
Project Whole Dreams.
Okay.
These real books.
This nigga got a small dick too.
Not 2. Like the number 2.
Yeah.
Like you did it twice, and you found out 2 niggas that got small dicks. Damn, my nigga.
So
you
I
count
said,
those?
CNA thoughts.
They are thoughts.
Pregnant by my
talk with the
boyfriend's
medical-
granddaddy.
That's so
Whoa.
disrespect. Oh, I just seen that one pop up in the Tubi group too.
Thug Karma.
Wait, was that the movie where the guy was acting like
These ain't a movie, brother.
No,
these
these
just
are
books.
Nah, yo, Keita sent me some shit that probably was on Tube, and the dude was acting like he was like an old man, and Shorty was like, "You probably don't even know what I'm doing." My man said, "Yeah,
That wasn't Tubi.
Baby, that was all the Queen's Men on BET
Word.
Plus.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Hey,
Christian
yo.
Key's. Christian Key's book was turned into a movie. Him and Tyler Perry. Yes. And she was like, "You probably don't know what I'm doing." He was like, "Hell, fucking yeah!"
Hey, yo,
So,
I'm be honest,
so
how the gay pop up
I didn't-
a little.
I looked that up, and I sent it to Shauna Kiln this early this week, and apparently they started releasing his books on Audible.
Oh.
And there was the old thought next door, and I sent it to them, and we spent about 45 minutes just laughing, like with each other loudly on Messenger.
This was after the whole Montgomery, Alabama thing happened, so we were already fucking laughing.
You was already
anyway.
giggling?
Yeah.
Because
Already.
that
And
shit
Brandon
was
added to
funny.
it.
Damn sure did, and that shit was high fucking hilarious. You hear me?
I watched it for comedic value a couple of times.
Baby, I ain't giggled that hard in a long time. I'm sorry.
It's like the more I watched it, the more stuff I saw that made it funnier.
But we don't have to get into that because at this point, this is old news because that was definitely last month.
Definitely was.
Anyway, welcome to this week's episode of Wine and Audacity, the podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Sakar, and I'm joined by these niggas. How y'all feeling this week?
Listen, this is the second time I've been here. You call me these niggas. I am not these niggas.
Well, no, you get a separate introduction.
Oh, okay, be quiet.
See, you messing up because
My ball here business. Go
you
ahead.
get a separate introduction because you
Why
would
this
get
bitch get a separate introduction? Because
She wanna be important.
guests always get separate introductions.
She wouldn't be important.
Nigga, I'm an original. I'm an OG. Bitch, I'm worldwide.
Nigga, this ain't Real Housewives of Atlanta.
You ain't no damn worldwide.
Bitch, I'm worldwide.
You mean from here to the dining room table and back?
Yup. Shout out to Candy Birds. Only known in Atlanta. Bitch, I'm worldwide.
I have not watched this season of Atlanta at all. I DVR'd it.
It's
and
nothing but Marlo being a bitch, so you ain't missing
Wow.
much.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel.
It's the truth.
Wait a minute, man. You messing up my instructor. Be quiet. Go ahead.
But y'all, how are y'all feeling this week?
I'm alright. I'm cool.
I'm chilling.
My stomach is full.
Shauna made us dinner.
And I had a little
She
bit of
made
wine.
pizza
By the phone call.
Yep. I placed the phone
and
call.
wings.
She had pushed the
I was
button.
gonna make them a meal today, baby, but the way my rest needed to be set up, I was tired. I ain't get out the damn bed until about a half an hour before these niggas got here.
We won't say what time it is now. Anyway, our favorite guest co-host is back in the room. How you feeling this week, Ron?
I'm tired. I need a nap.
Her titties is titty in a day though.
They are yours too.
And that's my good old Victoria's Secret.
This that good that Savage Fenty, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got to order me
I
something.
heard they make good stuff.
They make listen.
They got to support them motherfucking midget she got in her damn shirt.
Hey, you can't say the N word
titties
though.
is
Don't do
huge.
that.
That's offensive.
That's
you do
They're
that.
called little people.
Don't you
She got
do
little
that.
people on her shirt.
Really, yo?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, they human. Them things is huge.
They,
You know how many free drinks I done got because of them titties, boy?
listen, these titties.
If only it worked for me too.
It can.
Take her with you. You'll get some free drinks.
I meant my own.
Oh my bad, homie. I
Yeah,
can't help you.
I can't help with that either. So, yeah, that's why they stay covered. Yeah.
Y'all ain't shit.
The men's, the women's, all of them like it.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that may work. Maybe I'll take it to the bar with me and give me some drinks, at least somebody's number or something.
Cause they be
Cause, I
laughing.
mean,
They
cause
like
I-
they be.
Cause all oh my God, can I touch him?
Girl, no, I don't know you.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's the thing they say. Can I touch them? Especially when I get them sit and I sit them up, and they sitting here and they this big and they sit here, but they still got a little jiggle to them. Look at this heifer right here.
This fucking D. Yo, D is fucking hilarious.
D's in the background. Hey, D, how you feeling?
Greetings and salutations all. No, hope all is
Not
well.
greetings and salutations.
I love it.
I said that word wrong.
All right, Shauna. So what we doing with this week in the Q&A? Not the Q&A. That was, God damn it. So this week is episode, we would talk about some more stories.
We got stories.
We got
this go around.
stories.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got stories.
Yeah.
What we
So,
doing this week?
I'm actually going to start with a story that Brandon sent me on Twitter. Brandon probably don't remember this. I done had this in my repertoire for a minute.
Come
use the
on,
big
words.
Yes, SAT, I passed. All right, so
I didn't know it was pass fail.
Slightly.
Me neither.
first of all, listen.
I thought it was a
Nigga, you
number.
get 200 points for signing your name right. D.
Now I think you get 400.
I know you
Not
fucking
them
lying.
downgrading it, but making it higher for
Well,
you to
the
write your
school
name.
went up to 2,400, didn't it?
It's not 1,600 no more?
Nigga, I took the SAT 20 years ago. I don't remember.
Hand me that soda right there. Well, wait a minute. So you
It
get
was
400
six-
points for writing your name?
I mean, the total score is 2,400. I guess they'll give you some more. It's weighted.
I mean, but Junior
writing your name?
Junior fucked up and spelled his fucking name wrong.
JR.
Yep. How you
Yeah.
fuck up JR?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he spelled Junior. All the way with
thing.
all the
Like,
letters
brother,
in the...
that's it.
But that nigga name was Michael Richard Cow Jr. He fucked up.
You're right.
He was that's why he was junior.
So he lost his 200 points.
Because
Poor
he's stupid. But anyway, go ahead, Sean.
Poor thing.
He's
All
not
right,
stupid,
so
he's-
Brandon sent me this thread on Twitter, right? And I have
Challenge.
to share this with y'all. I thought this shit was so crazy. I sent Brandon the fucking emoji back like, what?
I don't remember
Alright.
this show.
So this chick says, so my ex, while dating a woman that is now his wife, went to Colombia and met a girl. They started talking. She wanted to open a massage parlor. That's in quotes, guys. And she wanted to open.
Happy endings? Okay.
Yeah. And she agreed. He agreed to help her with this. This was pre-pandemic. He ended up getting engaged to his now wife, and his fiance goes through his phone. His then fiance goes to his phone, finds out about the Colombian girl. This is when he basically tells his fiance that he wants to have an open marriage. Prior to him telling her that, they had already agreed that they would use a surrogate for any future children they decided to have.
Right.
Now, it doesn't go into detail why they were going to use a surrogate. It doesn't say whether she can't carry or whatever else.
Right.
But that was the agreement that he came to. What she didn't know was that he planned on naturally inseminating the surrogate.
Of course he did.
So he gets her to agree.
Niggering.
Niggas going nigga to the highest level of negativity. So he gets her to agree to take their honeymoon in Colombia, where they'll spend their first week fucking this Colombia chick together. Then they'll spend another week alone. Fiance realized like 2 weeks before the wedding that she couldn't handle it, so she postponed the wedding. She ain't call it off. She ain't leave his ass where he was at. She postponed the wedding. So they decide to go to Colombia anyway, even though they postponed the wedding. They end up having a threesome, not with the chick that he was already talking to, but with another chick.
He been talking to chicks in Colombia the whole time.
And he, who was on the fence because of how his fiance reacted to open their relationship, decided after the threesome that he definitely wanted to marry his fiance. So they got married. And now his wife decides that they are going to be open, but only on his end. And she has decided only on his end, and that she has to decide on the woman. She picks out a girl from Kenya. Now, why they keep finding people outside the country, I don't know.
Because nobody want to fuck with them.
Honestly, because it's easier.
But
Sound
she
like
starts-
passport bros.
Yep. She starts talking to her and then introduces him to the girl. Him and the girl start talking. He likes the girl. The Kenyan girl asks them to buy her an iPhone. And the wife decides, no, she's trying to scam us, so let's leave her alone. In the meantime, they are planning a summer vacation to Africa to meet with the Kenyan girl. Also to Thailand and also to Colombia to hook up again with the girl that they messed with in Colombia. So they go to Africa 3 weeks ago. They went on a safari and now they're currently in Thailand. My ex messages me and tells me that he fucked and then they fucked the Kenyan girl. But when they fucked her, it was on some Handmaid's Tale type of shit. Now, I've never seen Handmaid's Tale, so have any of y'all ever seen that? So I didn't understand the reference.
Okay,
I didn't understand the reference.
So the reference is the woman that's not the person in the relationship is the one who he is having sex with.
Right.
The wife is at the head holding her hands and holding her down. So look at me. We having sex, but he's fucking her.
Okay.
So it's like a mental thing.
So she says basically his wife straddled her and was kissing him while he was fucking her. Okay, cool, I guess. Next thing you know, the Kenyan girl is pregnant. He is divorcing his wife, but he hasn't told the wife that he's divorcing her yet. So, all I know is, because the internet is spotted that they're in Thailand, is that I'm very invested. Crazy thing is, they wanted to take my kids with them to Thailand, and I didn't feel comfortable with them taking my kids with them.
You would never seen them kids again.
They was trying to sell them.
That's what I said. That was crazy. So, mind you, this is her ex who she has children with, I'm assuming, because why would he want to take her children if they weren't his? So, he's telling the ex all of this shit, but the current wife doesn't know any of this, that he's planning on divorcing her because now the other girl is pregnant and blah, blah, blah. So, she's not asking for advice, per se, but she just wanted to share the story and get people's reactions to the story. Like,
He ghetto.
that sounds like it sounds like a fucking Tubi movie, I'm gonna be honest.
Trash.
That sounds like a Tubi movie.
T-Rash.
With a capital T.
Nope.
That's trash. Like, that's
Hell nah.
that's so I gotta say
That's a lot.
So, but wait, so this is the baby mother telling the story? She's telling all that business and shit.
So what she's saying
wait a
is
minute,
the reason he talks to her.
talking his baby mother.
The reason he's telling the baby mother all of this is because him and the baby mother prior to their relationship were friends, and they've been friends since like college or something like that, and they still have a good relationship even though their relationship didn't work out. They still have a friendship apparently.
I don't want to be that close to know everybody.
neither.
Right, I don't
broke
wanna-
up.
Don't tell
and
me
you telling me
nothing.
your dirt and shit.
Don't tell me
Don't tell me.
shit.
And then I gotta look at this lady's
don't tell
face.
me what
Yeah.
about no.
And I got to be around the person you with. You telling me you fucking around on them and they don't know, but I got to be in their face grinning and skinning.
Right.
Yeah, that's ghetto. That's tacky.
As hell.
That's real.
As
that's
hell.
real. And it's messy.
As hell.
It's like, why?
Hammy,
Why, yo?
girl face.
Just, why? Why?
Ghetto.
Why did she agree to it? That's what I want to know. So she did do a follow up, and she said that she's actually had conversations with the now wife, and like the now wife is pretty much willing to put up with anything because she's so in love with him. Like,
Ain't that much?
He got
This
money.
sound like old boy from the Avis Bank story, don't it?
she's willing to do anything for him because she loves him that much.
He got money.
Anything?
Because that, like, why would you? Why is it only open on his side and not yours?
Because
like-
he got money.
It's okay when I do it. It's a problem when, it's okay when you do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Nah. Cause
That's crazy.
Because he got money.
I guess.
He got money.
So he
Well,
make,
if they
he
can
make
travel
the
to
rules.
Africa and Thailand and all that shit, I'm guessing so.
Yeah, because he got money, so he make the rules.
Fuck that shit.
Sounds real.
Real bullshitty.
Very bullshitty. Very much.
bullshit?
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit? Because that's
Bullshit.
crazy. That's that. Yeah, you want to get your ass whooped for that one.
But can she really be mad if she agreeing to certain shit? So I mean,
Yeah, but she's agreeing to the stuff, not knowing the whole story.
that's true.
So now you put me in a trick bag because I'm agreeing to this, thinking it's one thing, and you ain't telling me everything. So now, no, I'm not really agreeing to this. I ain't agree to that.
That part. It's all fun and games until shit start going left.
Try to knock all this shit over.
All this shit.
All right, what's next, Shauna?
All right, so this next one comes from, I told y'all on a previous episode that I came across this whole thread on IG called Toxic Reddit, and it's nothing but like toxic ass questions. Or toxic stories. So this one is, I don't know how to tell my wife that I cheated on her while she had postpartum depression.
Asshole.
Okay. So I know I'm a piece of shit and I don't deserve my wife.
Really?
And our two beautiful sons, 4 and 2.
You don't
I know that by telling her this, it will be the end of our marriage. She will not forgive me. There will be no talking through it. She will tell me to pack my bags and leave immediately. I can't live with the guilt of not telling her, but I can't live without her. I don't know what to do. Basically, my wife and I always wanted a traditional family. I would go to work and she would stay home with the kids. We both always wanted a large family, a house in the suburbs, a dog, the whole thing. We got married when she was 19 and I was 23. She got pregnant right away and our first son was born 9 months to the day of our wedding. He was such an easy, happy baby. We were all happy. My wife was super passionate about cooking, arts and crafts, and home decor. Our home was always spotless despite having a baby and a dog. We had a great marriage and a healthy sex life. We were both naive enough to think that being parents was always going to be easy. We started trying for another as soon as the doctor cleared us. It took about 8 months for her to get pregnant, which stressed her out a lot because she got pregnant so easily without first. This pregnancy was different. She had no energy. She gained a lot of weight and was unrecognizable. With our first son, she only had a small bump, and you wouldn't have even known she was pregnant if you saw her from behind or if she was wearing an oversized shirt. With this pregnancy, she blew up like a balloon. Her face and feet were swollen. I know I sound like an asshole for saying this, but she looked like a monster. We didn't have sex for the entire
That's
pregnancy.
a lot.
Sometimes she would try to initiate, but I always turned her down because I was repulsed by her. She had a difficult birth and our son was born with some health issues. Relatively minor, thankfully, but enough to give us a scare. My wife blamed herself for our son's health issues. In the heat of the moment, I told her that if she had been more active during pregnancy, then our son probably would have been fine. She just kept sinking further and further into depression. She stopped brushing her hair and it started to mat. I would come home from work at 5 p.m. to find our oldest son still in his pajamas. The dirty dishes were piled mile high in the sink. She stopped showering regularly and she refused to go on a jog to lose the baby weight, even though I tried to encourage her by saying I'd cook dinner if she did.
Huh? How is that an even trade?
Our son's physical needs were being met, but emotionally she was checked out. I started fantasizing about being single and not having a wife or kids. I started going to the gym and the bar after work instead of going home to them. I met Cassidy, a 19-year-old female, at the gym, and we really hit it off. She was
Bet y'all
vocal.
did.
She was vocal about not wanting kids, and when I would complain about my wife to her, she would pile on too. I was happy at this time because I wanted someone to validate me for being such an asshole. But looking back, I'm disgusted.
Small dick energy.
Pretty soon, Cassidy and I were dating, and I was having a whole separate life behind my wife's back. After a few months, my wife slowly started to return to her old self. She started taking more pride in her appearance and started cooking from scratch again instead of ordering takeout or frozen food. Our home was clean again, and our younger son's health issues were improving. I fell in love with her all over again. I started to realize that Cassidy wasn't as exciting and as interesting as I thought she was.
Of course she wasn't.
She was actually quite dull and stupid and had no real opinions or interests outside of partying and TikTok. I started to suspect that she didn't actually like me either and was just flattered by the attention of a married man, and I stupidly enabled it by making her feel special and better than my wife. I ended things with her a few months ago. And she didn't even seem to care. All in, I was cheating on my wife for just over a year. Damn. My wife has recently started asking to try for a third baby, and the guilt all just hit me at once. I feel paralyzed. I have nightmares that she finds out from someone else. I've stopped eating and sleeping. I'm starting to get aches and pains from the stress. I don't know what to do. I know I'm an asshole. I know I don't deserve her, but I don't know how to tell her without breaking her. She's amazing, and she never deserved this.
So what's the
point?
So what y'all having for dinner tonight?
I had some pizza.
Oh.
And then we had some grads before that.
Oh, okay.
And then I had Pepsi and a little bit of Sprite on the side.
Pepsi and a little bit of Sprite on the side.
That's
this
good.
shot that Shauna had made me early, it just now kicked in. My chest hot still though from now.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I'm still trying to figure out, like, you basically just admitted that you fucked up, and you admitted that everything is
your fault.
Everything your fault. She's amazing, and it's like, I know I fucked up. I feel guilty, and it's like, everything that everything that's happening to you,
you called on yourself.
Yep, damn sure did.
Guilt powerful as shit, bro.
It is.
Listen, he fucked that up. That was like a definite dumbass.
So it's like,
a dumbass.
why you at this point, you just posting playing the world's smallest violin, like.
The tiny violin.
Mm-hmm. It's real little. You can't even. It ain't even have a key. It can't even be tuned.
At this point, it's like, go
that
to
was
hell.
Stupid.
Boy, fuck you.
Go to hell, or until then, the 4 seasons.
I hope she find out. I hope she take the kids and leave you.
Sit outside.
And I hope that she take you for everything that you're worth. Because at the end of the day, she's a stay-at-home mom. She's raising your children. So you are probably going to be obligated to pay child support and spousal support. So fuck
dumbass.
You. Yikes.
Fuck you, the real kind, sir.
But you
a long way.
How dare you? This woman's body, you didn't understand what women's bodies go through when they have children. And she was already feeling some type of way. You made it worse by blaming your child's health issues on her.
Well, Keita
the
made
child
me,
that she put her life on the line to bring into this world.
What she made me realize
Fuck
is that,
you.
that's truly life or death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
absolutely is.
Do you know what can fucking happen to you giving birth to a child? Do you know what your body can go through? Do you know that you can lose your life? You can lose your life. You can give birth to a healthy child, and something can happen to you 24 hours later, and you might not be here.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
She gained weight bringing your child into this world. She was depressed about your child, and instead of you being a supportive husband,
you decided to be a
you
dick.
gave her your ass to kiss. Fuck you.
Of course. And then
your crew.
But then you went and got with somebody
a skeezer
that just wanted to she
who's gonna stroke your ego, because according to this, he's in his 30s and this girl was 19 years old.
You got a little young batch.
Fuck you, Marcus Houston.
Not young batch.
It's a nice little young batch.
I almost died. Not fucking Marcus Houston.
That's what he did. You ain't got you somebody you thought was young and dumb. That's what you did.
She just wanted you for your money. That's my new thing. Everybody want everybody for money. It's for the money.
Truth.
It's for the money.
It's truth.
Yeah.
All right, Shauna, what's next? Well, hold on. Before we do that, let's take our first commercial break. And we will be
Right back.
well, after the break, we will be right back.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
And we back. Hey, niggas. Welcome back. What's happening?
Niggas.
You know what?
Y'all so stupid. This next one, y'all, comes from the thread on Reddit, The Other Woman.
Oh god. Wait a minute. So question
The
before
other
this.
woman.
So is it the other woman writing on here, or is it the main woman talking about the other woman?
It's the other woman writing.
Oh, this about to get
This particular one is the other woman.
this
yes.
about to be juicy because you telling all your tea for you being a side chick.
And it's a two-parter.
Let's go.
I managed to find the follow-up to it too, y'all.
Let's
so I
go.
got both. All right, so this one is titled "Confronted by His Wife at Work."
Ooh.
I'm going to give a early girl fuck you to this one because I read this previously to this episode. So today has been the worst day of my life, and I'm desperate for someone who's not going to judge me and make me feel even worse. Listen to this. MM's wife confronted me at our job like like so unprofessional. She found out about us 2 weeks ago, but didn't know who I was. She finally figured it out somehow and came to talk at work. I tried to avoid her and said, "This is not the time." And she says, "It shouldn't have been the time for you to fuck my husband."
Hey, yo.
What just happened?
She hit that damn pen.
Yeah.
She hit that pen.
Almost died.
Okay.
Where did I stop at? Okay. I tried to avoid her and she said, "This is not the time." And she says, "It shouldn't have been the time for you to fuck my husband." And she just got so much more upset and called me everything you can think of in front of everyone. We work in a hospital, so obviously there were people around. She didn't yell, but everyone could still hear her. MM was there and was trying to keep things calm. But he ended up following her out and they had a blow up in the parking lot. I asked to leave early and have been sitting in my car just crying. MM did not reach out and say that he's sorry and he will come and talk to me later.
Why would he?
I'm sorry. Let me reread that, y'all. MM did reach out and say that he's sorry and he will come over later to talk. And he wasn't able to leave work, so he's still up there. I have no idea what's going to happen. We all work in the same hospital, but luckily 3 different positions with 3 different bosses.
General hospital head ass.
It's terrifying for me, and I don't want to bump into her or see her at all, and I can't quit my job. I'm so embarrassed and just downright humiliated. Everyone was staring, and I don't know how the fuck I'm going to be able to go back to work tomorrow. I have no idea what to do. Should I go to HR or mine? Should I go to her HR or mine? Or just leave it alone? I honestly don't know what the fuck to do, and I'm terrified of all of this. How can I face all these people?
The same way you face them every day.
I mean, that's essentially it. That's all you can do.
Technically, she can go to HR, depending on what she said to her at the workplace, and she would be right.
Right.
It all depends on what she had said to her at the workplace. But otherwise, bitch, put your head up, keep it moving.
Yeah, because you can't really. You already got in your head that you can't really do shit. Like,
And if she come back to you and said, "I ain't marry him," you did.
This is awkward, y'all.
like
Y'all ready for the follow up before y'all?
Oh,
Lord, there's more.
there's more.
It gets worse.
So MM and I have both been asked to resign. I went to the meeting the next day, and at first they asked me to tell them what happened, so I did. Then all the questions changed to the affair, and they started asking if it started at work and if we ever met up at work and things like that. So I already knew where this was heading. MM told me that his wife said she was going to give them all the information that we had that we had about the affair, the messages and the stuff that she took pictures of. Today when I got in, they called me back into the office and they had 3 people in there, so I knew I was getting fired. They had the policy that I signed out on the desk and said that basically my conduct is inappropriate and that they do not encourage workplace courtships. And I'm basically being asked to put in my resignation because it is against the policy not to let them know about dating a coworker. So basically, if I resign, then I can leave to find a job and they will give me a limited reference. If I don't resign, then they will fire me outright either way.
Not a limited reference.
I'm honestly relieved to be gone. Working that day, the day after, was so hard, and I could tell people were gossiping about us in the situation. I wouldn't have had the strength to leave on my own, so I'm okay with it, honestly. I already started applying for another job. M is confusing me, though. His wife has served him divorce papers, and he had a breakdown last night. He says that he didn't think she would leave him without trying to work on things first, and that he's surprised that she wants to throw it all away like that so quickly. His kids do not want to talk to him right now, and his family is in an uproar. We had a fight too, because why are you telling me this? Like, how do you think it makes me feel that you're crying to me about your wife leaving you? Before the fight, I asked him if we will continue to see each other, and he says yes. So why do you want her to forgive you if you don't want to end things with her to be with me? Like, she's not going to let him have both, and he didn't have anything to say. That's the follow-up.
Bitch, go sit in the corner.
Yo, you do realize when a motherfucker married, this isn't like, you know, y'all was just like boyfriend, girlfriend. Yo, once you married, you gotta go jump through a lot of hoops and shit, and it's like it's a lot more on the line. Like a lot more on the line for him, yo. And for him, it might be cheaper, to just roll over, eat shit, and deal with whatever comes his way from her, because you got spousal support, you got alimony, child support if it's kids involved. Like, yo, this nigga got a lot to lose, and it's like, yo, I'm not trying to go through all that unnecessary paperwork, lawyer fees and all that.
Before he started fucking with the bitch.
Never shit what you eat.
That part.
That's
wait a minute,
another
he got
thing.
fired too, though.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but still,
Some workplaces have
no fraternizing.
fraternization policies, and they'll let you go regardless of what side of the situation you're on, because of the fact that could potentially, I'm not sure how, but that could potentially open them up to liability if you're like supposed to be caring for people or doing something. We just
recently see some shit like that in the news,
and you found out you were fucking instead of caring for like your patients or something.
We just seen some shit like that recently in the news with TJ Holmes, with the situation with him and his wife, and they let both of them
Amy
go.
Robot go.
Yeah, because they were cheating on their
Remember?
spouses.
It came out that
allegedly.
Amy Robach and TJ Holmes were
Good Morning America.
the whole GMA 3, I think. They were dating, but it was like they came out that they were both like still married to their respective spouses. Mm-hmm. They coincidentally ended up filing for divorce on the same day.
That was a coincidence.
But it was the way it came out and the way the story leaked. Apparently somebody had been following them. They think it was TJ's wife that had like a private investigator following them and taking pictures, and they have pictures of them checking into a cabin somewhere in upstate New York, him like touching her on the butt and having all these like grand suggestive gestures. And when the story broke, they came back to work the next day, business as usual. But I guess because of the fact, and then the ABC News division president, I forget her name, but she actually came out and released a statement saying, hey, while there is no like evidence of wrongdoing in this case, because of the fact that this is bringing a lot of attention to the network and the show, and it's taken away from the actual news that we need to, information we need to give you, we had to conduct an investigation. And I guess when they did conduct the investigation, they ended up letting both of them go.
I mean, that's just like that dude from the Try Guys. Like, yo, he was like he was fucking around with one of the producers, and it's like, yo, them as an entity was like, no, we had to let him go, like let them like,
was it Ned?
That same thing happened with.
I think so.
I love watching the Try Guys on BuzzFeed. I love watching their videos.
But the issue,
their videos are so
but
much fun.
Something similar happened with you remember with the situation with Nia Long's baby daddy,
right?
And he lost his job behind that shit because he was fucking with the lady on the job.
So what was you saying?
But it's just that it's like, yo, it's like us as society. It's like, yo, this shit happens every day. But it's like Brandon said, it's like, yo, because you in the public, eye, it look fucked up on us. Like, it look fucked up on us. And just like, and working in the hosptal, all three of y'all in 3 different sections of the hospital. But
y'all find the time to fraternize.
everybody, it's not even just the fraternization. It's the fact that, yo, now the rumor mill is going to hit, and everybody else, like, now everybody's talking about that. Nobody's really focused on work. Now they're talking about, it's like, y'all gotta go.
It's not just that, but
And
again,
then they
I
gotta
think
make an example.
It's making an example, but I also think, especially in certain professions like healthcare, the issue of potential liability comes up. Because if people discover that you was in the back closet fucking your side piece while you supposed to be in here giving this patient their meds, and the patient died because they didn't get their meds on time, that could open up to the hospital to a multi-million-dollar lawsuit.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and even if you are on your P's and Q's and you just, and whatever it is that you're doing outside, now you bring in your mental health with that. It's like, oh, because you know that your husband cheating on you with the CNA, and it's like, you're not in the right headspace to take, you're not in the right headspace to take care of a person, or you losing focus because you're worried about what's going on outside
in the department two doors down the hallway.
Oh yeah, and it's like, oh, you happen to keep walking past and checking on, like, trying to check on this nigga. Like,
that's the thing about getting into shit with people you work with, or that's always like a potential pitfall of dating people at work. I don't believe in bringing drama to my workplace. I gotta work with these people, and if I want a long career where I'm working at, or leave a good impression with people are not going to have a good impression of somebody getting cussed out by their partner outside their job.
You don't want to be
over some bullshit.
A lesson behind a similar situation.
Never fuck
and
with
this
a coworker.
person
On purpose, because I was like, I'm not
I did.
doing this.
No, so this person, I actually knew them prior to them becoming my coworker. And what I didn't know is that he was fucking with multiple other bitches on the job too.
Of course he was.
And because I was the last one he started fucking with, then these bitches just trying to start shit with me, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, this is not my coworker for real. I know this nigga outside of here prior to all of this. He know y'all from here, and he was messing with y'all. I had no idea he was messing with y'all, because I would have never gave him the time of day. But one of these bitches literally actually filed a false complaint against me, trying to make me lose my fucking job.
What?
She filed a false complaint against me, saying that I was threatening her and this, that, and the third. And I said, first of all, anybody who knows me know, bitch, I don't issue threats, because I want you to be prepared for what I'm going to do to you. So I'm not going to issue no threat. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do something to you. It's going to happen, and that's it. So luckily, everybody that she tried to get to testify on her behalf, because we had to have a whole fucking meeting with HR, and people had to submit statements and everything, and everybody that submitted a statement on my behalf, because everybody fucking hated her.
Right.
Thank goodness, because I still got a fucking job. But like, bitch, you tried to mess with my coin over some dick. Some dick who was lying. He was playing the fuck out of both of us. For real.
You were only the smart one.
He was playing the fuck out of both of us. That's the whole thing. And you went after him intentionally because for whatever reason you didn't like me, because I guess I didn't kiss your ass like everybody, like you felt like everybody else should. And she literally went and filed a workplace violence claim against me, claiming that I threatened to assault her and some other stuff. And everybody down to everybody down to the fucking supervisor who was called to testify. My direct supervisor and her direct supervisor, mind you. My direct supervisor said, I never heard of that. I never seen it. But what happened, he said, what I do know happened is that my supervisor, who's over top of her, came to me and warned me that this girl was antagonizing her. Yeah. And that thankfully, Shauna wasn't feeding into it. And she was pissed. I mean, she walked around until she got her new job. She walked around pissed off the entire time.
You took her dick in her job. Damn.
I didn't take nothing. I gave her the dick back. It wasn't my fault. I didn't fucking know. He denied fucking dealing with this girl. And then come to find out later on, he was in a whole fucking relationship with this bitch. Like, she was paying to take him on trips for his birthday.
She was in a relationship with him. He wasn't in a relationship with her.
He claimed her eventually. They was living together and every fucking thing. I found out later. So
he ain't had no choice.
I mean,
at this point, he had the same face.
Yep.
Hey, baby, you can have him, but just know that he's still calling me, asking me to slide across his face like a slug. But that's what happened at the moment. And because she talked so much shit about me, and you tried to take my livelihood from me, I did it, and I sent him home with coochie on his face.
I hate it
I did.
here.
That's not who I am anymore, Lord. Thank God for deliverance. But
I hate it.
What's next,
here.
Shauna? What's next?
I hate it here.
at that moment. All right, so next is my wife got an abortion after finding out that I cheated. I need advice urgently.
Oh.
Wait. The wife got an abortion after finding out that
The husband cheated. Yes.
I'm not gonna share my life. I'm not gonna share my life with a cheater. That's what she said.
That's what I got from it. But all right, so I'm gonna read this story to y'all, okay?
Okay.
Lord.
My wife and I have been together for close to 7 years. She is the most important thing in my life. She is/was 4 months pregnant with our first child. These first 3 months of pregnancy have been hell. She has been extremely sick. She has had horrible morning sickness, mood swings to a point where I have started questioning whether I married the right person. So after about a month, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. About a month ago, we had a team building dinner at my office where there was plenty of alcohol. After the team building, one of my co-workers invited me and 5 other people to his place. I got very drunk and I made the worst mistake of my life. I slept with one of my co-workers, Lucy, 28.
At least you turned that man out.
I knew immediately that I had made a mistake, and so in the morning I told her that it was a mistake and that I loved my wife. Things had been quiet from that time. The relationship with my wife had gotten better. The 4th month of the pregnancy had been great. She is back to the happy person she was before. Everything changed on Tuesday this week when my wife asked me whether it was true that I had slept with Lucy. I admitted it immediately and asked who told her. Apparently, Lucy got in touch with my wife.
So who told you that?
Who said that? Lucy got in touch with my wife and told her everything. I tried to ask for forgiveness, but my wife basically told me that she's not interested in anything I have to say. That she needs time and not to talk to her. Yesterday, she went to work as usual, and I thought maybe she would forgive me. Today, which is Thursday, her days to work from home. When I woke up at 7 a.m. to go to work, she was not at home. She has been sleeping in our spare bedroom. I got worried because she was not picking up my calls, and so I took time off today. About an hour ago, her best friend brought her home and immediately left. I tried to ask her what's wrong, and she said that I tried to ask the best friend what was wrong, and she said that I should ask my wife, which I did. So she basically told me that she's done with our marriage. I need to look for a place to live for the next 1 year as we apply for divorce. I asked about our child. She said that she will give me the address of the hospital she went to so that I can get the fetus.
What?
I tried asking more questions, but she told me she is tired and in pain and to leave her alone. That I should tell her when I plan on moving out. I feel sick. How do I solve this, please? I know that I made a mistake by sleeping with my coworker, but I don't think I can live without my wife. Is there any way I can fix this? It hurts because I feel like she aborted the child to get back at me. She didn't want children, but I managed to convince her to have one. So, a little bit of an update. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's not an update. That was just the title being reiterated.
All this shit was the title?
No. At the end it says, no. I'm sorry. I thought that it was a follow-up at the end, but it was just the title again at the bottom.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, goddamn, that long ass spiel was just the title?
No.
Hey,
That was the
Type
whole
of shit?
that was the
Keita,
whole
what's that?
shebang.
Keita, what's that thing that you say? Like, it's not a mistake. Yo, that shit was premeditated.
It was a choice.
Sleeping with the coworker was premeditated. Yo, you wanted, like, you
You
been
made a
wanting to do
choice.
it.
If you could handle your alcohol, you did. When you're drinking, you do the things that you wouldn't normally do when you're sober. That's it.
You just don't have no feelings about it when you do it.
Until you sober back up and you be like, oh
In
shit.
your mind that it was something that he wanted to do, but you hide behind the idea of alcohol
Right.
because it's easier to try. You think people are going to be understanding that you were drunk.
My thing is, this is the kicker. She didn't want to have kids.
Yeah, she said that,
She
right?
loved you enough.
Exactly. She loved you enough to get pregnant. So her going to get that abortion
That bullshit.
was like, yeah, fuck this nigga.
And fuck, yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't want kids to begin with.
Yo, says you
That-
can. I'm gonna give you the hospital where you can go pick up the fetus.
You know what that falls into the category of?
Fuck around and find out.
No.
Fuck these kids.
God don't love you. That's why he killed your mom.
That's why your mom in the ground.
Yeah, they fall into that category. You right.
That falls into that category. Like, no.
Jesus don't like it. That's why he put your mouth in the grave. But but it's crazy because
Jesus don't like it. That's why he put your baby in the grave. That's some bullshit right there. Like, that is just fucked up.
But you.
Oh.
So her thing, and then it's like, no, but then you asking, now you're asking, it's like, yo, how do I salvage this? Like, yo, she gave you, she gave you the ultimate, like, yo, that was the exclamation point of your marriage right there. Like, yo, like, I'm done. Like, I killed your unborn child.
Like, I don't want nothing to do with your punk ass.
Is that your punk ass?
Punk ass.
Put him in punk ass Chauncey?
Punk ass Chauncey.
Episode title.
Punk ass Chauncey.
Yeah, she definitely was like, to have the mental capacity. She checked all the way the fuck out. She was checked out before she did it. But this was the stamp, bam, on it, saying,
but it's
yeah,
like,
fuck this.
But it's like, how do I get through to you to know, for you to know, like, to know that I'm serious about this shit?
But yeah, no, it ain't. The only thing he can do with this one is give her time.
Essentially, yeah.
Nah, but
That's all he can do.
I mean, but I do agree. I mean, I agree with Keita. Like, yo, it's not enough time in the world. Like, yo, she is inexplicably said, "I'm done."
Dude, that's hell.
Yep.
It's like, I'm done. I'm cool. Like, I'm cool on it. Yo, you like, yo,
Cool
you
on
good.
you, we good.
You good.
Essentially.
That's exactly what she said. She said, I ain't gotta deal with this. Oh, I got
She
pregnant.
said, boy, fuck you.
And fuck you too. Fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean,
Literally, that is exactly what she said.
fuck you and them kids. All right, what's next, Shauna? How many more stories we got?
I think 2 or 3. But
Yeah, she was definitely
I
not.
think the last one is
Yeah, 38
short
hot,
one.
bro.
She got what she wanted, and I guess you get what you wanted in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
She was
So
over it.
this story I found on the entitled people thread on Reddit. If y'all ain't been listening to the last 57,000 episodes we have put out, I get a lot of shit from Reddit. I just be scrolling all day long and I just be saving shit. So this one is titled "Evil Stepmother Wants My Baby."
What?
She was mid yawn trying to say that, yo.
That sounds like a bad Disney movie, bro.
Right.
Yeah, it did. It did. It's a Tubi version of a Disney movie. All right.
Snow Black.
Don't do it. 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 Don't add to it.
Come with it.
Snow Black and the 7.
Niggas.
No, they don't have the same ring as dwarves. We gotta think of a name for the dwarf.
Midget.
No,
Oh,
name.
nigga.
That is not politically correct, Shauna. You can't say the M word.
Damn it.
So we can say nigga.
I mean,
this some
be
shit?
black. Like,
We black. Bitch, I'm black.
So we can't say Snow Black and them niggas.
Yeah, we can say that.
No, the 7 niggas don't have a ring to it.
true.
Snow Black and the 7 mains.
That's it.
MAY.
7 mains.
Trying to tell
No,
you,
nigga,
man.
that's the episode title.
Snow White and the 7 mains.
Snow Black and the 7 mains.
God damn it. put fuck you Chauncey in the repertoire.
I
We
like
might
fuck
need
you,
that for something
Chauncey.
else.
I say that. I say that for
we
a
gonna
later
need that for
title.
something. Fuck
But
you
no,
Chauncey.
Oh, it's punk ass Chauncey.
Punk ass Chauncey.
That was funny though.
What?
Punk ass Chauncey.
We gonna need that one.
Cause that man, that's exactly what he is, a punk ass. Gonna talk about you upset now because she don't want to be with you no more. My nigga, you fuck the
it's
bitch.
Not, no, but see, it's not even that he upset. It's the fact that you out here reaching for help. Like yo, ain't shit. Yo, she literally killed the baby.
The nigga been sitting at the foot of the bed like, maybe I deserve to wonder who calling so damn late.
No, that ain't the song. That ain't the
You
song.
just say I'm tripping. It's just a homie from upstate.
No, that ain't the song. The song is To Wonder Who, What You Did With My Baby.
Is it the East Side High theme song?
Not the East Side High theme song.
East Side.
By my side.
Staying.
To grab my coat and chase you down the street.
How she gonna change the song on this?
Oh,
Say it's not you. It's my own insecurity.
All right, what's the next story, Shauna? What's the next story?
He definitely was saying.
You ain't seen shit till you seen that live. I'm sorry. That shit was funny.
I can't.
Tank Low ass ran across that stage.
Maybe I Deserve was my shit.
It was.
And Sex, Love, and Pain too, but.
Baby, you guys see that shit live.
Oh.
Cause that nigga.
Oh.
She found the numbers I had in my car. Oh. She found the ones I had marked with a star. Oh, I'm racing over to plead my case.
I hate y'all.
Oh, she saw it was me and slammed the door in her face. Tell me why come we always do it wrong? How
come we can't keep it home?
How
come it always ends like this?
Even though we know.
Okay, cut it. Don't keep singing.
Shit, I had a moment. Nigga, I thought I was at the karaoke.
Sorry. It ain't. Okay.
I'm sweating.
My man was going through it in that song.
Damn sure was.
Oh shit! All right,
begging ass nigga songs.
Definitely a begging ass nigga song.
Yeah. We ain't had a nigga beg like that since Keith.
D Sweat.
Keith.
It's about to come out. Nobody but the come.
Not you, hold. You let to hold it in.
It's about to
It
come
tried
out.
to come out. We gonna end it with that. All right, so the next story is
Snow Black in the 7 Tanks. That's the episode title right there.
The title has changed like 4 times now.
It has.
it does. It might change again by next week.
Right.
It happens.
Okay.
Snow Black in the 7 Tanks.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be funny shit when Please Don't Go start singing.
Oh, my God.
Stop playing.
Okay.
All right. So this next one came from the
But she
entitled
said
People
fuck your
thread.
kids.
Damn it, wrong. Well, in that case, before you go into this next story, let's take another commercial break, and we will be right back.
Pause for real.
All right, and we back.
Oh Lord. After that one, yeah. Okay, let me move on.
New story.
Next story.
Next story.
All right, so this one is Evil Stepmother Wants to Take My Baby. So,
Isn't that a Babysitter's Club novel?
Not a Babysitter
Not
Club novel.
Babysitter's Club.
Like the Teeny Boppers?
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. What the fuck was I thinking about?
Where were you? I don't even know.
I swear I'm not high.
You sure?
Shout out to Solange. That's one of my favorite things she's ever said at the end of one of her tracks. I love
right.
Solange.
So okay, for some background, I'm a 29-year-old female who is English, and I live in Italy with my fiance Marco, who's the 37-year-old male. Marco's Italian, and our daughter is 5 months old. Her name is Willow. I moved to Italy after graduating from medical school, where I met Marco, and now I'm a resident in one of the hospitals. My father is a crap dad. He left my mom and me and has been very inconsistent. He married Tammy when I was young, and she has never liked me, and she was also never able to have kids.
Her bad.
So when I gave birth, my mom's side of the family came over to visit and met Willow and look after both of us. Nothing from my dad or Tammy. So 2 weeks ago, they turned up unannounced, claiming to be in the area on holiday. That's in quotes, guys.
Hate that shit.
And wanted to meet Willow. She was getting a bit fussy, and she combination fed. For people who don't know what combination feeds mean, usually means a child who breastfeeds and bottle feeds.
Okay. Thanks for that, because I sure didn't know.
But as I was home, I grabbed the cover and let her
that.
latch on to me. Tammy says the breastfeeding will have to stop soon. I was confused, and I asked her why, and she said it couldn't be kept up when Willow is with her and my dad.
Huh?
Now, I'm even more confused, and I asked, what is she talking about? She shows me a photo of a baby room and says that we should split custody of Willow and not to worry, and that she has everything set up already. I just stare at her, but she carries on, claiming that the age gap between myself and Marco is unhealthy for a child to grow up with, saying it was obvious I needed help and was happy to. And she was happy to help me. And mostly that I'm obviously more bothered about working than staying at home with my baby. So I should just let her have Willow. But obviously she wasn't able to breastfeed, so she would have to stop Now, I tell her she can't be serious and
Get the fuck out of my house.
I tell her she can't be serious to think that I'm giving her my baby, and she tells me to calm down. She's not asking for full custody, but she could provide a much calmer and stabler home.
Says who?
Right. And that I could always visit.
She wanted to go meet the Lord.
She said it's what she deserves. Marco pushed everyone out and made sure Willow and I were all right. Since then, I've been really weirded out and have been getting texts from my father saying I need to let Tammy prove herself as a good caregiver. And Tammy has been sending loads of pictures of the nursery she has made. Just to add so people don't get confused, I'm in Italy and Tammy isn't. They flew over here to visit us.
What the? Wow.
So
That's a lot
somebody,
happening.
they had
Drugs.
an edit. They had an edit later, and it says, to answer some common questions, my dad isn't actually on my birth certificate, so I think that limits his grandparents' rights claim. My mom is our nominated guardian for Willow if anything was to happen to me or Marco, and it's in our will. Willow goes to daycare in the hospital that we work at. So I guess she put that in there so, you know, Tammy and them couldn't try to come over there and steal her from
Drugs.
the hospital.
Drugs.
So I read this last night and I was like, what the fuck?
Drugs.
Like, what? What? How do you
Bugger
think
sugar.
that you just come over there and tell somebody that you're taking their fucking kid?
Bugger sugar.
You was the side bitch. And
It was-
then-
it-
Molly Percocets.
That's that white girl.
It sounds like
Christina
it sounds like
Aguilera.
suggestive selling, bro. Like you're not asking, but you're trying to Jedi mind trick me. Like yeah, you know we got the perfect the perfect nursery for. So I think that she would do better. And it's everything but the hand movement. Like she would do better over here because it's a more calmer environment and we can provide a more stable environment. It's like
Booger sugar.
bitch. Go
She
ahead.
on that-
How did you try to take somebody's children from them? Like, this is the thing that I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around this
She
at
ain't
all.
even on that Whitney Houston. She on that Whitney Hutton.
Because I don't understand how, like...
Baby, love you.
My brother,
Kick it on, baby. Baby.
Yeah, like, how do like, that doesn't make... no, I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
That's where I'm at.
I don't understand.
You ain't never
Girls
seen that
Club, bro.
damn video from Bad Girls Club.
You ain't never seen... Brandon.
What video from Bad
And
Girls?
what's her name? Erica or something?
Aaron.
What season was
No,
that?
her name was
Erica.
I only watched seasons 2 and 3.
New
Oh,
Orleans.
shit, no, it was after that.
It was,
Yeah, I only watched season 2 and
It
3
was
of Bad Girls
after
Club.
that, and she was arguing with the girl, and she said something to the girl. She was like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Started
Started voguing. That girl was crazy as shit show.
But it's that. It's like, yo, like you said, it's like niggas can't really wrap their head around like who are you to tell me that how I'm taking care of my
unfit
child,
parent.
like how I'm taking care of my child doesn't suffice. Isn't like, yo, nah,
let's
fuck
go
that.
back further. Who are you to come into my child's life and you ain't in mine?
There it is.
That part.
There it is.
I could see if you were like in my life, you had witnessed something in the process that made you say, "Hey, let me help you out because this looks like a better place for your kid to be at."
All right,
but my
I'll fuck with
nigga, you flew over here. You ain't even come
Legit.
and stay 30 days to see if it's a problem. You sing 2 hours of it, girl. Bye. Go take a long.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Rode off up a
All right, bye.
Right, like you tripping.
But like I said, then it's like yo, you trying to like talk me into it. Oh, it's and you keep sending me pictures of the nursery, and it's like I seen it. Answer still no. Like, that's my kid. Like, that's my kid. Like, and you just a stepmother. Like,
Right, you ain't even my mother. This nigga might not even be my father.
that's even worse.
That he might not be dead.
Didn't she say that? That he wasn't
No,
on her
she
birth-
said he's not on her birth certificate
He ain't
yet.
her father. Her mother had lied to her.
Ah,
Oh.
Her mother
And
had
I
lied.
who?
Her mother had told a whole lie, and like now is she older and she realizing the truth.
like she just got a goddamn DNA test, and it's like he is your father.
The mental capacity is saying that that's not her father, because ain't no way in the world the father would let her go with that.
Oh hell no.
Nah, that ain't her daddy.
He not the dead.
He not the daddy.
Ooh.
Child.
But it's still drugs. Booger sugar, whatever you want. White cowboy, whatever you want to call it. Sniffed hard in the left and the right nostril.
The white cowboy, bro.
Something, because ain't nowhere in the world you can come talk to somebody in their house. Somebody, you gonna take my kid?
Yeah, that's the thing that fucks with me. Is
Bitch,
like,
I'll shoot you in your pinky toe. You better ask about me.
I ain't no pinky toe. I'll shoot you in your head. Fuck that. That's my kid.
No, where was raw shit, Aaron? Shoot you in your arm, leg,
but yeah, it's like it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't compute. Like, yo, why? Why is that? Like, why is that the optional? Why is that the go-to? Why is split custody a thing?
It ain't.
What made you think I was gonna go for that?
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
the
what
fuck?
is like? No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, what is your issue? Like, could you not?
I don't even
like,
fucking like you, Tammy.
don't even know you. Don't know you.
How you gonna come tell me we doing split custody? Oh wait a minute, hold on. We skipped the part.
Drugs.
And not them saying because they got grandparents duty. Grandparents, what is it?
Grandparents' rights.
Rights. Mm-hmm. But does that work over there as it does in the States?
I don't know what the
if the baby was born over there.
Thankfully, I didn't have to go through that because, like, it was a time where I had beef with Trey's grandmother, and I appreciate the way she was treating me. And I said, well, if you can't respect me, you can't see my kid. And take me to court. Do what you need to do, bitch. But it didn't go over, so I'm sorry. I'm going to call out a name now, but that's how I felt at that moment. But, like, no, you can't see if you don't have love for me, if you can't treat me with common decency, then no, you can't see my kid. Because at the end of the day, that's an extension of me. So if you don't respect me, then you don't respect him. I don't care.
Yeah.
So
you have the right to make that determination as the mother.
My kid.
As the
That's my kid. What you gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying? So
that part,
the whole grandparents' right thing, nah. People be thinking they fucking entitled. People be thinking they entitled to having relationships with you and your children and stuff like that. Nah, you ain't entitled to them. I don't have to let you be around
not
at all.
A good influence on my mental health.
Right.
All right, Shauna, next story.
Yep. All right. So this is the second to last one, y'all. So, this one comes from the Petty Revenge thread on Reddit. So the title for this one is finally thought of a comeback in the moment. Now, before I get into this, I just have to say that the best thing ever is to be able to have a comeback when somebody says some fuck shit to you at that very moment. Because the worst thing you can do is later on you be
thinking about
the fucking conversation and you be like, damn, I should have said that.
Right.
Shit. And then you want to start the argument all over again.
Just so you can drop that one line.
Yeah, so you can just drop that one line and hang up on them.
Like, fuck you, bitch.
Yes. And another you want to call them and be like, and another motherfucking thing and then hang up on them. I'm just saying.
Okay, go ahead.
So, back in the 80s, I was with this man I believed I loved. I had 2 children with him. I had my suspicions that he may have cheated, but I generally, shook it off and was sure he wouldn't cheat on me. I was 24, trusting and obviously quite gullible. Mm-hmm. We had a regular babysitter while I was at work, and he supposedly was looking for a job. Red flag number 1. She, because what the fuck are you a babysitter for? She also babysit on a few nights we would go out. I would generally be asleep when he got back from taking her home. One day I got home from work. He was in the house with the babysitter, and I finally noticed that she was definitely pregnant. With his child. Apparently he cheated with a couple of regulars because in his words, we didn't have sex often enough. Ow. Flash forward a couple of years later, I lost weight, got into shape, looked fabulous, and had a new relationship with my farmer man. I was working in our hometown and there was a Canada Day celebration. A large group of us were under this big tent waiting for the fireworks when my ex-husband walks up to me, tells me how beautiful I am now, and tries to make small talk.
Fuck you, bitch.
It degenerated quickly into snarky remarks from him in front of all these people. He looks me up and down and he says, you know what? We probably could have worked if you would have just put out. For once I had the perfect comeback. I said very sweetly, if you were any good, maybe I would have. Half the tent full of people erupted into hoots and applause. Apparently this small town doesn't like him very much. This felt so good. Side note, I have been with my farmer man for the last 38 years.
Are you saying farmer or former?
Farmer.
Oh,
That's
like
what she's
the
calling him,
cows?
her farmer.
Like a rhinestone
man.
cowboy.
Yeah, her current husband is a
Okay.
farmer man.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm sorry, but nothing bruises a man's ego more than telling him his dick was trash.
Does it really, after you just did it and been with them all this time and you just
Baby,
stayed
I'm sorry, I stayed with somebody who dick was trash out of love. So
right? So does it count? Does it hurt your ego when you do
It's-
it? Like I'm just not.
it's
because
Depends on
somebody
how-
love you don't
depends.
mean that your dick
Like,
is good. I'm just saying.
if it would,
I'd faked a lot of orgasms.
yeah, if you find out like this person that you've been having sex with for years, and it's like, yo, they not pleased, and it's like, yo, y'all never had the conversation, and it's like, yo, she make you feel like you put it down, you realize you didn't. And then she say
I
this shit.
promise you, if you do a fucking survey
Oh shit!
of women and ask women how many of them are genuinely satisfied or have stayed in relationships with men who may have not satisfied them sexually, but it was other things that made them love them and stay with them and stuff like that. I promise you, I think about 92.5 of those women will tell you they have stayed with somebody who, yeah, the sex wasn't all that great, or they were, maybe the sex was good, but the head wasn't good, or maybe the head was good, but the dick was trash, or something. I promise you. It's very rare, and that's what goes for men too, that you're going to find somebody who does both.
Yeah, but
Who both is good. The foreplay, the sex, everything. So clearly she was in love with this motherfucker and she stayed with him, and she may have just said it to hurt his ego. She may be lying. It may
Likely.
not be the truth, but
It was perfectly
it could
timed.
possibly be the truth. Because
Yeah,
her saying,
because it was
I
right
know
in
he
front of
wouldn't
everybody.
cheat. The way that she worded, I never thought he would cheat on me. That could have a different meaning. That can be, I never think he would cheat on me because I thought he loved me. Or I didn't think he would cheat on me because who the fuck else is going to put up with this whack ass dick? You know, it can have a lot of meanings. That's how I felt. I got cheated on by a nigga, and I said, how dare you go out here and showcase your fucking disability, embarrassing me in these fucking streets? That's how I felt.
He embarrassed himself.
Because now they sitting here like, bitch, this the nigga you staying with all the time.
Yeah, no,
So-
good.
I'm just saying.
I don't have nothing to add to that. I don't. I genuinely don't.
no, it's like, I mean, but yeah, the shit crazy because it's like, oh, she said it, and then she said it in front of like the little small town, and it's
So
like
now everybody know
and
your dick is trash.
yeah.
She tried that in a small town.
Oh. Ba-doom. Try that in a small town.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. That was a very good segue for that comment.
But yeah, yo, he was embarrassed. Like, yo, you
was
say
embarrassed.
you say anything about a dude's like his dick size or like his sex game in front of and it's like in front of like the homeboys or whatever. It's like,
Feelings hurt.
yep. Cause now, now everybody gonna know, especially in the small town. 'Cause everybody gonna look at you like,
His dick little. Okay.
It's gonna be like that motherfuckers in booty call. You got to lick it before you stick it.
Next what? All right, next story question.
All right, so I guess that's gonna be the final story. This one is a little lengthy, not like a whole lot, but it's a little lengthier than the other ones. So the title for this one is "My Daughter Destroyed the Room Our Family Was to Move Into,"
Huh?
and it has destroyed our relationship. Let me repeat it.
Go ahead, because I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out the family moving into a room.
I'm gonna read the story so you can get the context. of
Okay, go ahead.
The title,
Sorry.
because I was like, "What?" Okay, so my sister lost her job but couldn't afford to pay rent, so I offered her and her kids to come stay at our house. My daughter from the start hated this as we only live in a 2-bedroom home, so she had to sleep on the couch. I told my daughter it'd only be a few weeks, however, it has turned into 3 months. I still support my sister as she had a job offer recently but had no way to get to her job. I tried to convince my daughter to trade in her 2-seater to get a bigger car to help my sister and her kids. However, she flat out refused, even after I offered to buy back her car once my sister moved out.
Why can't you just buy the sister a car if you
That part.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
That
ahead,
is,
Shauna.
nope, that is. And so
We both on the same
Your
page,
mindset
though.
is where mine was while I was reading this. Okay. So after this argument, I was sick of my daughter not offering any help. So I told her to
She
take.
don't have to.
She doesn't. I told her to take everything out of her room as my sister and her kids needed it more. She asked me what I meant by everything. I told her everything she owned. This was my mistake, as like her father, she would do anything out of spite. I was at work a few days ago and got a text from my sister asking if my daughter was renovating her room since men in high-vis vests were in the home. I was confused. I was confused at this, and when I came home, her entire room was empty. She ripped out all the furniture, the light fixtures, even tore down her ensuite bathroom. I was furious at this, as I obviously expected her to only take out her belongings, not to gut the entire room.
Said clean out the room.
I started.
How old is the kid? Does it say?
It does. She's 23.
Man, she fucked up.
I was furious at this, as I obviously expected her to only take out her belongings, not to gut the entire room. I started screaming at her about how my sister and her kids have no place to sleep anymore. She tried to act innocent and just kept repeating that I told her to remove anything that she owned. She left after that, taking her car with her, also leaving all of us with no transportation. She hasn't talked to me since and ignores all calls from her family. I just want to talk it out with her and get her to believe how inappropriate her actions were. Now, somebody apparently,
So wait, the person who wrote this don't have a car either?
No.
apparently not. The
So
mother
how are
was
you
not.
trying to get?
Your daughter to trade in her two-seater for a bigger car to help
And-
your sister in the mouth.
And if you're gonna buy the car back,
her car.
you don't have a car.
Exactly.
How?
Exactly.
The
Housewife.
math is not mathing at all.
Listen, so here's
Stupid is
a
stupid.
follow-up.
I tell you that much.
Somebody must have gotten her ass, because she says, I do care about my daughter's feelings. It's just that I can't get her to understand how her aunt and my nephews also need help. She told me she ripped out the light fixtures as she had paid for them. Her room lights were broken for a while, and I didn't see the need to fix them as she had a lamp in her room. I offered to buy back her car in the heat of the moment. Honestly, I would have no way to afford it. My daughter has spent years changing her car and adding all sorts of things to it, even when she first bought it. I scolded her for spending that much money on a simple two-seater.
That's her car.
It's her car.
her money.
Wait a minute, it's her money.
Wait a minute. I ain't done.
Shauna, him at Pepsi, please.
Okay, so somebody asked,
Foolishness.
what's the daughter paying rent? And she says she mainly paid for the regular bills until I had to start working part-time.
I'm drinking,
Then
y'all.
she started to cover some of the rent.
Not you got the what's it?
ASMR.
Yeah.
So somebody was like, so she's basically a tenant. So then somebody says she has helped greatly with family in the past. She pays for the majority of payments as I have to work part-time. She doesn't want to help my sister and her nephews, though.
That's her right.
Or they not
That's
even
not
her
her
nephews.
kids.
That's her cousins. They're not her nephews. I don't know why she keeps saying her nephews. I don't know how to pursue this legally as destruction of property, as she did pay for everything she destroyed.
Because you
Once she
can't.
started working, she renovated most of our apartment, including her bedroom.
Wait a minute, hold up, pause. How you renovate an apartment?
I was going to ask the same thing. That was a good question.
Usually it's like
She
taking
splurged on her
carpet and
ensuite
shit.
for more privacy.
She did what?
She splurged on the ensuite bathroom for more privacy.
So,
Somebody,
This is made up.
So I got to read this response because I thought it was really funny. This is somebody who responded to her, and they said, "Damn, OP, you got people here straight up forgetting that this isn't Am I the asshole? Because yeah, you're the asshole here.
definitely. Like
You can
110%.
You who can barely afford the house's expenses on your own." Decided to move in 3 additional people and kicked out your daughter, who was paying the bills of the house from her room that she paid for, and tried to strong arm her into giving up her vehicle to be the unpaid chauffeur for her aunt and cousins. You tried to use your daughter and she had enough. You made decisions that will affect her financially without her input nor her agreement. Her actions, while eye-popping in Audacity, were pretty much reasonable for someone who's done being used to unwillingly pay for 3 additional people when she's already paying for her mother. The inappropriate individual here is you for steamrolling your adult, bill-paying, rent-paying tenant daughter.
Yeah, that's just ghetto.
That's my thing is
Fuck you, Mom.
If I'm paying the bills here because you work part time, you want me to give up my room that I'm paying for.
That I renovated, that I put all my own shit in. You could even get my lights fixed in my room. I got them fixed.
This is like Shauna. This is like this. For example, this is like your mother saying, Shauna, cousin such and such need help. March you and Trey move into the basement of your house and give them the rooms upstairs. So, because it's 15 of them, they'll each be in a bedroom, and you and Trey can take the basement, and y'all got a bathroom, y'all got everything.
Fuck cousin such and such. This is my house. I paid a mortgage in this motherfucker. That's
It's like
my shit.
but the real shit is like, yo, why the fuck would I do that?
Not to say
Right.
that you would do that, man.
Why they can't come over
don't,
your house?
Don't beat me.
Not even why they can't come over.
She
go
live
over
with the
your
daughter,
house.
don't she?
No, but it's like
No. I'm just saying if that was the situation
Right.
different. Why are you volunteering my home and not
Because they
your
live in
home?
Baltimore. They live in Baltimore.
I don't give a shit. They better get on the Greyhound.
Even if even if they do,
I'm not tripping, right?
No,
About what?
you
The
know,
music playing.
wasn't me. My phone on.
My phone on the table.
Somebody keep playing music, and I swear it's like a.
I probably hear this in the playback. I can't hear anything then because my head.
Shauna heard it because she stopped.
Yeah, I did hear it.
Maybe it's Keita's phone.
okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
but the issue.
Keep talking.
But the issue that I'm having is just like, why the fuck would I why would I do that? Like, why would I give up my space
That I'm paying for?
Like, yo, if you gonna move in, I got a basement and I got the space.
I got a living room with a couch
Wait a
and the
minute.
floor.
Hold
But
on, let's
either way,
pause.
but if
Before
I
you-
have the space, it's like, yo, you gonna go
space
where I provide you. Like, I'm not like the fuck.
Wait a minute, did y'all skip the part where she said originally she was with it, but then they end up staying longer. So now you want me to say,
It
oh,
went
it's
from
on
3 weeks to 3 months.
It's now you want me to go
that's,
from
that's a problem right
okay,
there.
they were supposed to be here temporarily. Then you gonna say, oh, they're gonna go in your room temporarily. No, they've been here temporarily. It's now half a year and they still here.
I would have been like, okay, sis. So now since this is the rule, since you wanted to invite them here and I'm paying the bills, you sleep
Give
on the
up your
couch
room.
as one person and give them that
your
room.
That part.
Mommy.
Let your back be hurting for sleeping on the couch. The fudge.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we all have family members who would give the shirt off their back to people, to family, to help them to their own detriment.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't expect everybody to basically put their own shit to the side or assume things because it's something you would do. Remember, I think we actually had this conversation. I'm not sure can't remember if we had it on the podcast, to where it was a scenario somebody brought up on Twitter that was essentially like, if your sister loses her kids for whatever reason, would you take the kid in? Mm-hmm. And we were discussing, most of the comments were like, yeah, because that's my sister and that's her child and everything else. But some people were like, well, no, if I can't afford to take on a child, or if I know I personally don't want to raise children, and my sister lost her child, and the choice is either for the child to come live with me or the child to go into foster care. Sorry, little Timmy.
I can't set myself up to
Right.
to do that. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah,
to
it's
either
admirable
one of
and
us.
it's quote unquote the right thing to do. But
Because
again,
back in the day,
that's what my
that's
mother
when
did.
my
that.
grandmother. I think we did have this conversation
Yeah.
because they say my grandmother
Yeah.
raised a lot of my cousins. My great grandmother
My
raised
mother
some
raised
of
my
my
nieces and
cousins.
nephews.
Right, your mother raised some of your nieces
think we
and
did have
nephews.
this on a previous episode.
Yeah, it's a
I feel
lot.
like I was here for this conversation.
Might have been.
Yeah. So
Was this the one we talked about? Childhood trauma.
it might have been. It
Might
might
have-
have been.
I felt like I was here for this conversation.
Might have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, and people were calling in the comments, calling people selfish. Like, why wouldn't you help your family? I'm not helping people to my own detriment.
Right, I can't help you if I can't help myself.
Right.
Sorry.
People think that their
So
world family.
now all of us is going to be struggling together.
Right.
Most likely, yeah,
I
most
want to
likely.
be on an episode of Good Times.
Good times anytime you need to play a good time.
And I think we did have this conversation on the previous episode of the podcast where I said people can tell when you don't want them around. People can tell if you doing something out of pity or out of a sense of obligation, not because you genuinely want to
do it.
but you're doing it out because you feel you have to. People pick up on that,
Yep.
especially young kids.
Energy speaks volumes.
Yeah, man.
But no, ma'am, she not wrong because you put her in so many situations that at no point did you ask her how she felt about it, but you want her to make all these changes.
Yep.
That's not fair.
Nope.
Yeah, it's definitely not fair
Nope.
for that.
Ain't she? Didn't she pay all the money too? Oh yeah, no.
The way I would have been like, well, my daughter said no, we can't have no guests at our house. So love y'all. Can
But-
y'all go stay with big sis such and such or uncle such and such or I'll put
Says,
him.
I love you dearly.
Oh,
However,
y'all can come, but she
I have
said
taken people in more than one time, and it was only one issue that occurred with me taking somebody in. But like right now, like currently, my youngest brother stays with me. But I always told him, you know, because he's responsible, he works, whatever. He always, before I bought my house, I always told him, you know, once I get my house, you know, you got somewhere to come stay, get on your feet, stack your money, blah 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 blah. I took his friend in. You know, rules were put in place, rules were set, respect my household. That's all I asked for. You know, so like if it's feasible, yeah, but
if you have the space and you have the
if you got the
bandwidth to do
space
it
and the bandwidth to do it
and the money
and that
part
too,
too.
or whatever, but you know, I'm all for helping folks, but you know,
your
some
gas
people
electric
will
gonna go up.
Baby, let's
water
talk
bill
about it.
and
Your water bill,
Let's talk
groceries.
about it, because
Your
mine
food.
damn sure did. But you know what I'm saying? You putting out more food. There's extra people in your fucking house. You know, gotta work
gotta
around
share a
other
bathroom
people.
and
Gotta share a
shit.
bathroom because I only got one fucking shower. I got 2 bathrooms, but I only got 1 shower. Like I got 1.5 bathrooms or whatever. But yeah, that becomes a lot. That's a lot. So like.
getting on my
And I have a 2-bedroom, and she got an en-suite bathroom, which means it's 2 bathrooms, I would assume. So
Yeah.
they saying she got an en-suite bathroom.
No,
or
so I
whatever.
was like, Mom.
So you probably want her to share her bathroom, and she got a separate bathroom from you, so y'all wouldn't have to share bathrooms.
Right.
Now
So now you
you want
add-
her to share her bathroom with 3 children and possibly another adult.
Yeah. So
And
because you
that's
gotta-
slowing her up, because if she get up to go in her fucking bed, they got to come in her room, which is invading her privacy.
Nah, but
so go
that's-
use that bathroom.
The
and then-
expectation is
no,
to give for her to give her room because that room has an ensuite bathroom.
Nah.
So it's like, no, you get the family your room and you and then you out here. It's
Fuck
like
you.
fuck that.
She probably got
You
all
want to
her
help
good
them?
shit
Sure,
in the
let's help
bathroom.
them. Put them in your room, and you can sleep on the couch.
True.
And I'll be in my room when I need to get away from all y'all.
Right. It's the whole fact that she said they was only supposed to be there 3 weeks and they still there. Nah, G, you on your own with this one.
No, because the way me at the end of about 2.5 weeks tonight, y'all. So what's the plan for Friday? It's Wednesday,
Right.
Because yeah, I got some plans to renovate my room and stuff, and I need y'all out. So where y'all about to go?
Y'all got a long way to go.
Nigga,
don't y'all?
niggas stressing
You need
this
help
shit.
packing? I'll help y'all pack.
My man stressing this shit like,
All right, so
what you about to do?
I don't want to be a whole nigga bring out the bedroom tape like, all right, this stuff is still here in my room. Hey, y'all, don't mind me.
Oh, y'all said
y'all,
a week.
y'all gonna clean this up before y'all go? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Why
Enjoy-
y'all get a moving truck?
I ain't doing
Generous.
that. No.
Like you generous. I'm
Like,
like, all
they
right,
expensive.
how y'all get here?
Y'all got 1 hour because this shit was
Not an hour.
Look, this shit was $19, and I got
And then
$19.
what would the mother do? She gonna put you out of the apartment you paying for?
Right,
Because she can't afford it going her part time.
right. She can't afford to go
Because then
home.
the conversation would have been, all right, sis. Well,
So now I'm taking care of
She
four
was-
one from having to
people.
take care of one person,
Just taking care of 5.
5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm only 20. Is she 20? Was she 20?
Shit.
20. She was
23.
3. Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you, mom, you
no.
can go with your sister. Y'all can struggle together.
Y'all can struggle together. Y'all and the kids. Figure it out.
Go call Florida. She'll know what to tell y'all to do.
Damn.
Pray
Damn. Damn.
Pray the
That's
white
why
Jesus.
James faked his death and moved to Mississippi.
Start that shit again. All right, is that it, Shauna?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of the podcast. Ron, we thank you for coming on again.
No problem.
I think you've got, this is like your 10th episode on the show, I think.
Is it my 10th?
We have to go back and
We
check,
gotta go
but I
back
think
and
it's
count.
10.
Keep showing up.
I just
Episode
keep
8.
showing up
now
like,
on 10.
hey, how you doing?
Well, we appreciate you for coming on the podcast
Yeah.
with
Because
us.
if you listening, you got your wish. You got Aaron and
Keys.
Ron. No, yeah, that's what it is. Keys. I
Who's
apologize.
Kels?
I've been
was
drinking.
Keys?
That was a fan of ours who emailed us.
He wanted to see
He wanted the both of y'all on the podcast.
both of you on the
together.
episode together. The one that we got the message back in April, but Shauna didn't read it till June because she didn't check
First
the
of all,
inbox.
go to hell.
Damn.
Was it July?
Second of all, I responded.
You say respond to the team?
What Brandy said?
Third of all, my bad.
Yeah. Better late than never.
It happened.
Even
It's
if it
okay.
is 4 months late.
Oh,
This nigga sick.
it definitely was. All right, I'm stop. My bad. My bad.
You
My
fine.
bad.
You fine.
I want to go outside.
In the rain? Boom, boom. Okay, we're not starting up with the soundtrack again. So if you're looking for us, you have questions.
You too loud.
If you have questions, comments, and more, feel free to drop us an email at askwandapod@gmail.com. That's ASKWANDAPOD@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram. It just got so quiet all of a sudden. I love this. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter at AskWandaPod_. That's right, Aaron. You didn't. How you doing, brother?
Don't bring him back.
It's all good. It's all good. Time out.
Bullshit.
It is bullshit.
You can't get you to end it now. You cut us off.
We can still hear you on the background.
I know it's what makes it funnier.
Right.
I ain't even, like this time. I ain't even did shit. Like
My bad. I just did all three of them. Look, I cut myself off early because I pressed the wrong button. So
Yeah, he said he talking.
I was like, what? Why it sound like I'm so far away? Anyway, you can also find us on Facebook at Wine and Audacity, the podcast. We appreciate y'all for listening. As always, leave us a comment. If you haven't, drop us 5 stars. We really appreciate it. Huh?
You got my mic back on. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm back. I'm going quiet.
Thank you.
Hey, yo.
Thank you. ASMR moment.
Wait a minute. I gotta get new friends. I have to.
We're stupid.
And with that being said, any parting words, y'all, before we go?
See y'all next year.
I'm sheepy.
Hey, yo.
It's like
I'm sleepy
too. Me too.
Any parting words, Aaron?
Love, peace, and soul.
We will catch y'all next week for all new episode. Be easy, be safe, we love y'all. Take care, all that good stuff. Bye, y'all.
Bye.